Okay, so in the previous video, we installed Postman and we sent, sorry, we sent our first request. Okay, so in this video, we will slow down and understand what is actually happening. Okay, so now let us understand what is an API request. Okay, so in the previous video we sent an API request. Okay, so what is that API request? Okay, so this is the API request. An API request is a message. Okay, so an API request is a message that's sent from client to server. Okay, so what is the client here? Postman is the client, and what is the server? Server is the backend system of this URL. Okay, so an API request is a message that's sent from client to server. Okay, so as a QA, whenever we send this whenever we click on this send button, we are sending, it means we are sending a request to the backend. Okay, so you should have, or you should know this much knowledge. Okay, if you're a fresher. Okay, so now let us understand this URL breakdown. Okay. So here you know that get is a HTTP method. Okay, so get is a HTTP method. There are many. I will cover one by one. Okay, for now let us understand. We are using get method to get the details. Okay, so what details? Product details. Okay, so if I mouse over on it, we know that HTTP, this is the URL. Okay, so this is the URL. Okay, so here HTTPS is the protocol. Okay, remember HTTPS is the protocol, and this fake store API is the server. Okay, and this products slash products, it is the endpoint or resource. Okay, you should know this vocabulary. Okay, slash products is the endpoint or resource. Okay, and you should know that this endpoint tells the server what data we want. Okay, this endpoint tells the server what data we want. So here this endpoint product details is telling this server I want the details of products. Okay okay so next is response. Okay, so you know that when I click on the send button, when we click on the send button, so it will give the response. Okay, so as a QA, first thing we should check is this status codes. Okay, so status code here is 200. Okay, so 200 okay means success. Okay, then important thing we should check is response body. Okay, this is response body, and is this is very important for you to check. Okay, it should be in the form of JSON or an array of object. Okay, so it is not mandatory that response should be JSON. In REST API we'll use this JSON or an array of object response type. Okay, I will explain in some video what is REST API and what is the difference between REST and SOAP. Okay, so for now we'll understand that the response type should be um, JSON. Okay, so how we can say it is JSON? You can say that it has key value pair. So ID is 1, so ID is the key and the value 1 is the value, and title is the key and this is the value. Okay, and you can see that this is in JSON format. Okay, so if I just click on it, we'll go to the next one. So this is next JSON, and these are all inside this array. Okay, so this square bracket indicates array. Okay, so this indicates an array of products. So here this is giving the product details, so we can say that the response returned an array of products. Okay, so you should validate this much. Okay, and most importantly we have to we also have to check this performance. Okay, this response time. Okay, I'll click on send button once again. If it is taking more time, we have to inform the developers. Okay, so here this is just 688 milliseconds, the speed is good. Okay, so in your API, if it is taking more time, you have to inform your devs. Okay okay so now as a QA, what you should validate is the first thing is correct endpoint. Okay, so here if you give, instead of product, if you give product, it should not give this details. Okay, you have to validate the endpoint. You are saying this 404 not found because this product endpoint is not available in the database. Okay. Okay, so you have to validate the endpoint as a QA. Next, what you have to validate is status codes. Okay, so it is not mandatory that you have to get only 200 okay. Okay, so 200 okay is when it is success. Okay, for products we have, there is an endpoint present, that is products, and it is returning the data, so it is success. Okay, if you're entering something else, if you give one more s and if it is still returning 200 okay, it means there is something wrong with the API. You have to check with your developers. Okay, then as I mentioned, you have to check the data. Okay, so the data should be correct, and how you will validate data is correct is you have to validate, as I mentioned in the previous video, we will execute some query in the database like select start from products, and we'll validate the data, this data against the database, and we will make sure data is correct. So since this is a demo application, we cannot execute any queries in the DB. Let us assume this is correct. Okay. Okay, then correct structure, as I mentioned, you have to validate the structure. So it should be JSON and it should be an array of objects. Okay. Okay, and as I said, this is not mandatory, this should be of this structure. Okay, so it is only mandatory for REST APIs. Okay. Okay. Next important point, as a QA we must know is we should never assume endpoints. Okay, so this is products. We should never assume products are just product. Okay, so we should always ask the developers to give the endpoint details. Okay, because endpoints are created by developers and they must share with the QA. Okay. Okay, usually in real time what happens is they'll maintain a API documentation. Okay, so they maintain in tools called Swagger. Okay, so in that they will put all the API details. Okay, so as a QA we'll just refer the document and we will test it. Okay, and if the document is unclear or if you're not understanding anything, so we should check with the developers and we should never assume the behavior. Okay. Okay, so this is all for this video. I just wanted to explain you these basic things. Okay, that status codes and response body, this is called response body. Okay, and the in the URL this is protocol and this is server, and slash product is the endpoint. Okay, so in the next video I will take some more endpoints. So in this I've covered only get. So in the next video I will talk about post, put, and other HTTP methods. Okay, so you understand that get is to get the information from the database. Okay, sorry, or server. Okay, so get is a method, it used to get, as the name indicates, get or fetch the data from server. Okay, so whenever you want to see something, you don't want to modify anything, you just want to see the data, then we will use get.